Good day, everyone. Welcome to new, objective, vital, and amazing Nova News. I'm today's anchor, Mercury.
I'm today's anchor, Saturn.
Hey, Saturn, do you know the reason why our anchor's named after planets?
Nova implies a new generation was born in the universe, so we, the 5 most dazzling planets, will bring new vigors to you guys.
Exactly. Saturn and I will bring you the best news with wisdom, honesty. So, here comes to today's headline.
Germanwings plane A320 crashes in French Alps. Founding father and first premier of Singapore, Lee Kuan dies at 91. Bigar cheating scandal, what parents in India will do for good grades.
On Tuesday, 24 March, a Germanwings flight from Barcelona in Spain to Düsseldorf in Germany crashed down in the remote mountain valley, close to the village of Alps. 150 passengers died. It is said that the co-pilot of Germanwings plane appeared to want to destroy the plane. The rescue team are continuing to search the crash site. Now let's see what happens in the video. A recovery operation is underway in the Alps in southern France following the crash of the German A320 Airbus in which 150 people died. The Germanwings flight came down in the remote mountain valley, close to the village of Les Alps on Tuesday, 24 March. It was en route from Barcelona in Spain to Düsseldorf in Germany. Reports from Flight Trader 24, which checks air traffic around the world.
On March 23rd, Lee Kuan Yew, the first Prime Minister of Singapore, died in General Hospital. During his time in office, Singapore moved from being a developing nation to one of the most powerful countries in Asia. His dominant personality brought him a lot of criticism, but also led Singapore into a successful country. Now, let's watch the video. Lee Kuan Yew, who transformed the tiny outpost of Singapore into one of Asia's wealthiest and least corrupt country as its founding father and the first Prime Minister, died on March 23rd. Mr. Lee was Prime Minister from the British until 1990. Late into his life, he remained the dominant personality. The nation reflected the man, efficient, unsentimental, incorrupt, inventive, forward-looking, and pragmatic. His leadership was criticized for suppressing freedom, but the formula succeeded. Singapore became an admired international business and financial center. The commentator, Cherian George, described Mr. Lee's leadership as a unique combination of charisma and fear. Next, I'm going to bring you news happened in India. An unprecedented cheating scandal happened in Bihar on March 20th. Parents and family members clambering up on school buildings and cleaning on window edges to pass cheat sheets to their children have left authority in despair. Actually, cheating incidents are not hard to find in India, but even compared to previous events, this seems to be the precedent. Now, let's watch the video. The quest to be educated in India has literally scaled new heights. The incident took place on March 20th in the state of Bihar, where students were taking their year and grade 10 examinations. Bihar Education Minister P.K. Shahi told reporters that children won't learn if they're constantly helped by families. Government can only hold fair examinations with the help of the parents, society, and children, he said. This is a collective responsibility. According to the United Nations, India has the largest youth population in the world, with more than a quarter of citizens aged between 10 and 24. As a result, education becomes a previous commodity in India. But it seems that there's still a far way to go.
Astronomical events are things that rarely happen in our life, not to mention low-altitude regions like Taiwan. However, on some remote islands in far northern Europe, astronomical events happen a lot. On March 20, the solar eclipse, spring equinox, and supermoons occurs, which causes sensation around the world. Now let's see what happens in the video.
The total eclipse will not be visible anywhere in the USA and will be seen only on some remote islands in far northern Europe Friday morning. A partial solar eclipse occurs when the moon obscures only part of the sun from Earth's view. This is the Earth's first and only total solar eclipse of the year. NASA reports the next total solar eclipse in the USA will be in 2017. Two other astronomical events will take place Friday: the spring equinox and the so-called supermoon. The spring equinox, which marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere, occurred when the sun shines directly on the equator. The supermoon is a full or a new moon coincides with perigee, the moon's closest point to the Earth in its orbit. Basically, the supermoon when full appears a bit bigger and brighter than usual in the sky. Since this supermoon is during a new moon, it will not be visible, but it will black out the sun during the solar eclipse.
If you have the intention to travel around Europe, you had better to start planning. A major shift in the flow of money around the globe is driving down euro at a rapid clip, boosting US dollars and leaving other small countries to struggle with the consequence of an extraordinary flood. Now let's see what happens in the video. A wave of cash is leaving the Eurozone, where returns on safe assets are infinitesimal. If they are positive at all and headed to US and the other refugees such as Denmark and Switzerland. Europe's common currency has fallen 22% against the dollar less than a year, from 1.39 to 1.08. The euro touched a 12-year low of less than 1.05 this month. The European Central Bank is holding interest rates, while the US Federal Reserve is looking to raise them, a combination that pushes the euro down against the dollar. The ECB pushed interest rates down to nearly zero, the rate it pays on commercial bank deposit below zero that summer. This year, it started quantitative easing, in which it prints euros to buy bonds.
Here comes today's vocabulary. Be underway, 进行中. Be underway. The construction of the new bridge is well underway. Cruise, 巡航. Cruise. The privateers often cruised near the entrance of the channel. Descend, 下降. Descend. Things are cooler and tempered as we descend to the cellar. Intact, 完整无缺的. Intact. The church was destroyed in the bombing, but the altar survived intact. Winch, 用绞盘吊拉. Winch. Two helicopters winched the passengers to the safe from the deck of the ship.
Dominant, 支配的，统治的。Dominant. Father is seldom the dominant figure, that he was still at the beginning of the century. Toss out, 丢弃，扔掉。Toss out. Toss those papers out. They are useless. Suppress, 压制。Suppress. They suppressed the news that was not favorable to them. Pragmatic, 务实的，实务的。Pragmatic. In business, the pragmatic resolution is more often successful than the idealistic one. Forward-looking, 有远见的。Forward-looking. Above all,
Hong Kong people remain forward-looking, hardworking, and resourceful. Debris 残骸 Debris from the aircraft was scattered over a large area. Pulverize 粉碎 Pulverize The hurricane pulverized the houses on the beach. Deploy 部署 Deploy Police officers were deployed to scene for investigation. Mortuary 太平间 Mortuary He spent a week at the funeral home researching mortuary procedures for his new novel.
That's for today. I hope you learned something from Nova News.
That's right. If you want to get more information about Nova News, please check on our Facebook or follow this video around campus.
Nova News, knowledge in your life.
See you next week.
Bye.
Good morning everyone, I'm Freda and I'm in Germany now, yeah! And also, you can see here is the place where I live called Ingolstadt. It's near Munich and you can see the flag. Can you see? Their polka, because there was a team and they played ice skating and they won the championship last year. So Ingolstadt is famous for ice skating. Yes, and also you can see there are many cars, Benz and Audis. Okay, this town is famous for Audi too. And here is my dormitory. I live in the 3rd floor, but actually in Germany they will say, oh, you live in 2nd floor. And near my dormitory, here is a church. You can see the church is very huge, but because of some reason I can take the pictures inside of you. Okay, so maybe see you next time and I can share some more information and good things for you guys. Bye bye.